For as fun as this hobby is, it comes with some major pitfalls at times, especially for new people getting back into the hobby, which I know a ton of you guys are. These are just a couple of my major failures and losses when I started to get back into the hobby as a collector and as a business. First and foremost, it's so easy to go overboard with this hobby very, very quickly. A pack here, a pack there, an ETB, a booster box. You keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper into it. And sometimes you pull a card and it's worth hundreds of dollars. Are you going to sell that card? Is that going to be replenishing your funds back? Most likely it's not. You're probably going to keep it and add it to a binder. Now, if you keep doing this process over and over again, it could add up very, very quickly. It's one of the biggest problems I see with people getting back into the hobby. Even with me as Rip and Ship, if there's somebody in my chat and says, oh, I just got back into it, I'm like, awesome. I hope you're having a good time. I would recommend you not opening things online yet until you kind of have an idea of what you want to do with it, what you want to go for, because at times you can just be grabbing, oh, this set, that set, and not know exactly what you want as a collector. I've seen this happen countless times to people where they just overwhelm themselves financially with either they're a buyer or another creator, and then they have to exit the hobby just as quickly as they entered in. A timetable of like 6 months in and out. Don't do that. Be as responsible as you can, and don't give in to any of the FOMO of other people opening up what they are opening up. Try to figure out what you want to do. Use the Pokélector app so you can see all the different sets and see what's inside those sets, see what kind of Pokemon cards you want to go for, and buy singles as well. It's always fun to open up the new set, but at the end of the day, buy the single. It will end up being cheaper than what you are opening. Now, don't get me wrong. I like opening things still too, but I do it in a responsible fashion now. Whereas when I even started, I did not do it as responsibly as I should have. And that I overwhelmed myself too. And I was like, oh man, I got to take a step back, kind of rethink this, and see where I want to go with this and see what I want to do with it. Now, that's one of the biggest pitfalls as a collector, especially if you're just starting back into it. As a business, from what I've seen, outside perspectives, I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on product. They're like, okay, I'm going to sell this. And they have no one to sell it to. I'm not exactly sure what the mindset is, but you definitely need to have perspective. It's not going to happen overnight. You aren't just going to go get a bunch of product and be able to sell it to somebody, even on OfferUp. Like, it might be difficult. What you're going to sell it on eBay? You're going to be hit with fees that you might not be aware of. If you try to sell it online, do you have an audience to sell it to? Is there somebody already there? Is there a buyer lined up? Yeah, you could get a great deal. And if you're planning on keeping it for yourself, that's awesome. That's a come up. If you're going at it as a business, you're trying to buy in, sell out, obviously, but there's no one to sell it to. There's been so many times where just thousands of dollars get spent and you're not seeing any of that come back. It's just a big black hole in your pocket. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this from other creators that, just aren't even creating anymore because they've just overwhelmed themselves financially. When I started, I had a bit of a following. I was within the community for over a year and a half at that point, over a year and a half. And I had been making my own content for about a year prior to whenever I decided to transfer what I wanted to do into a business as well. I didn't have the biggest following, but I had definitely a lot of people that were there. And even when I started, I was nervous. Would I even sell anything, a single pack? Luckily, it turned out solid, turned out great, had a lot of fun doing it. And I was like, okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief. And I myself did get, a good amount of inventory before I started up. And luckily I didn't go too overboard to where I felt like I was going to be stuck with this and I couldn't regain any of the money that I spent on it. Just have good perspective. Another major failure though, that was on my part was ripping my own inventory. I was kind of shifting out of the mindset of a collector to a business. And during that middle ground, I opened more than I should have of product that's technically was the business's. And I should not have been opening it, but I was, because I was still trying to have fun. And have an entertainment value toward the stream as well if there were no orders coming. And while that is fun at times here and there, I definitely was doing it more than I should have. I wasn't being a responsible business owner at that time. I think the jump from strictly collector to business and collector, those two paths just intertwine so much, and separating it is kind of a difficult thing to do at first. So always remember that $5 pack that you're opening. Guess what? If you open up 5 of those $5 packs per stream, 5, 10, 15, 20, $25 per stream. How big are your margins within Pokemon? Not very big at all. You're making about $1, $1.50 per pack as far as modern goes, and you're spending $25. So in order to remake that, you have to sell how many packs to just break even? Another thing, keep it in perspective. Always. Just some of the things that I did that others definitely should not do. Just don't follow that at all. Be better. As a business as well, I wasn't really keeping up with trends, market trends, any of that, which I should. If I am immersed, I am literally invested into this. I should have done my due diligence to keep up with those market trends, to understand where things are going, where things are shooting up, maybe hold on to certain products a little bit longer than I had, and to not open older products. Just keep them unless somebody's willing to buy them. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun thing to get into, but it's also an overwhelming hobby to get into. And whether you're a collector, you're an investor, or you are trying to make a business out of this, you need to be as methodical with your movements within this hobby as possible, especially when you're getting back in. Now, if you got money coming out the ass, that's neither here nor there. You do your thing. I am no one to pocket watch or no one to tell you what to do, only trying to give you advice as to what were major downfalls when I got back to the hobby. Where if I told myself this a couple years ago, I think I wouldn't have put myself, I had to take steps forward after I took steps back. I would have just kept going forward with business, with collecting, if I kind of kept myself in check and wasn't so overzealous with how I was running through product or opening. It's fun to do, but it's easy to get caught up in. I mean, the hype is very real, especially right now. The FOMO is very real, especially right now. Don't get caught into it. Try to take a step back. If you feel yourself getting lost in the sauce, take a breath. Put yourself in perspective. Pokemon is not everything. It's a luxury. We get to enjoy it. I get to enjoy it. There's a ton of people in this hobby that are great, that allow you to enjoy it, and you don't have to get lost in it. That's all I got. Thank you, guys.